I decided, as I started to get more educated, more informed, really hearing the broad problems of carp and how it's affecting everything from tourism all the way down, I gave a speech on the floor of the House of Representatives about Asian carp and about the problems and how it's not only a Tennessee problem, but a national problem. And I gave the speech, and immediately afterwards, a Democratic congresswoman followed me and she said, "I am so glad to hear you talk about this." And it's something that she had been preaching for a long time. And it told me this is a bipartisan problem where we can offer bipartisan solutions.
10 years ago, I heard the news about Asian carp is a problem along Mississippi River. And my background is import and export. Seafood is one of my lines. So I came here to buy the carps, but I failed to find a supplier. Then I came to the idea why I set up one myself. The right way to solve the Asian carp problem is industrializing by using every piece of the fish, like especially doing value-added products. We can go to a food market for human consumptions, and also we can go pet food market like we do right now for the dog treat, and also like for the waste part, we can go fish meal or fish bait. So we can fully utilize the fish. That's the job. That's help the economy. That's help the environment. Nothing is waste.
I was surprised at the Bassmaster Classic. I was there for Tennessee Tourism in their booth. Someone handed me a plate. I said, "What's that?" They said, "Try it." And I went, "That is good. Boy, that is really good." And the guy said, "It's Asian carp." I went, "You gotta be kidding." He said, "I'm serious." And I thought, good gracious, if people knew how good that was, they'd be catching them, taking them home, and deep frying them.
When we began to see it is about 2021, those tournaments came back. It was about the time that when we were working with our fisheries, we noted that they weren't able to go out and net 15,000 pounds a day. That number began to drop, which was excellent. And in response, we are now fielding 2 major tournaments a month, applications. We are going to see our first 250 to 300 boat bass tournament. And it's been years, 6 years plus, since we've seen anything remotely that size. But again, the importance of staying on top of this cannot be overstated. That they're not beat, and in my opinion, they're not going away. We will never eradicate them. We will simply moderate the reproduction rates. We will simply be able to hold down the number of Asian carp in the Tennessee River and Kentucky Lake.
So TWA, we're working on a lot of different things related to carp and how to prevent them from moving upstream, how to control them as best we can where we have them. And everything we do with a whole lot of partners. There's very few things that don't involve other states, other federal agencies when it comes to managing these carp populations. One of the primary actions that TWA is implementing is our Carp Harvest Incentive Program. And really the goal of that is to remove as many invasive carp as we can from the Tennessee and Cumberland rivers. That program has led to over 28 million pounds of carp being removed from our waters at this point. The next big thing, in addition to the harvest that we're doing, is working with those partners to try to get deterrents put in place. And those deterrents are really important, to the harvest and removal that we're already doing, because they'll just help to make it that much more effective. They're designed to prevent fish from moving upstream through our locks. And that's the primary way that fish move through our river systems, is through those locks. And so a deterrent in place, it might not stop all of those fish that are trying to move upstream from getting through, but if we can stop a good portion of them, it's that many fewer fish that we have coming into Tennessee, and that kind of combination gives us this block and tackle kind of effect almost.
I would say that a normal person, one, they should educate themselves on the issue. Do some reading. This isn't overblown. There's no hyperbole. It is absolutely, it's a very real problem. I would say that, at a most basic level, if you go out fishing in Kentucky Lake and you hook an Asian carp, don't throw it back in. It is safe to eat. Silver carp are very clean. They're plankton eaters. They don't eat carrion on the bottom of the lake. They don't eat dead things. They are vegetarian. It is some of the cleanest tasting fish, and in terms of protein content, I mean, they're second only behind wild-caught salmon. It's great for fish tacos. It's a very meaty texture, so it holds up well. It's not a delicate fish, so try it. Try it. Reach out to your elected official and explain to them, if you're hearing what we're talking about, an economic impact just in one county, I can assure you the impact on the Mississippi River is tenfold, if not just more so. It's very real. It's not going away. Contact them and explain to them, this is what I'd like to see. This is a problem, and as a voter, as a constituent, I want you to make this a priority.